Quick reminder, this talk is intended for educational purposes only. We're not financial advisors. Don't have, as far as the usual market data that I sometimes share in these sessions, going to forego that this time. Did not find anything interesting that was kind of worth sharing. The main thing I want to point out here in SPY, I'm just going to keep it extremely simple as far as this SPY review, is to continue to watch this highlighted inflection point here. I mean, this is definitely a pivot point. We saw the prior all-time highs here in August, and then December defended this zone on 2 occasions, and so as support. Now we sliced through shortly after our last hangout on the 18th. Now we're back into that area. It's the 450 452 area. Mentioned that in the notes this morning. So basically, where do we go from here? Well, it kind of depends on, how we open up tomorrow. I believe we're gapping higher, it looks like, based on some of the earnings reports we saw after hours. And so puts us back into this big picture range, the 450 into the 472, assuming the strength from the bounce does continue. Now, whether or not this turns out to be some type of dead cat bounce, again, that is yet to be seen. I'm not in the predicting business. I primarily react to what is happening with price. And so when we're in a zone like this, I'm going to wait for price to basically show its hand, show its cards, and then react accordingly. Now, some upside reference points you want to keep in mind: the 21 MA here around 455, and then the 50 MA at 461. Downside, of course, you have the 200 MA, and then we've got that whole prior range, which I'm sure you're all familiar with by now. With that being said, Mario, I'll go ahead and hand it off to you.
Mm-hmm.
Should be good now.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm a host now. So screen number 2, there you go. Should be set. Can you take it back, please?
Yes, sir.
And we're good. Okay, welcome everybody. So as we were talking, last time we met was the 18th. We were here and we were into not a confirmed sell setup, but we did point it out that this was the day, right? This was the day. So we were coming down. This is inside a range that we were trading. We're coming down from here. This is your sell day. So this was the last time we met. So what's from there? From there, we had the 200 MA as a reference point. So we have a pretty nice breakdown play right here for whoever played. Target, you come into the monthly chart or weekly chart, even better. And then you have it right here, right? Top of this base in here. So that was target. So we went a little bit past the target, 332, 344. Now, what do we have right here? We start looking at a concept that I think I talked about the last time, like, those type of springs, what we like to you call it the springs and everything. And this is basically overextensions in the market, a way to put it. Like overextensions, I would like to I also like to think about it as traps, right? Like late people that totally forgot to short in here, so they come down in here and they try to short at 337, right? So they're asking for trouble pretty much. So whenever you start seeing this one coming back up, what I'm looking is for this one to actually get close, right? So this is what we call, like, you can look for technical analysis, like some of the candlestick pattern, the most obvious being the hammer or bear 180, bull 180, one of those, right? But the other one is a key reversal day. Basically what you're looking is for a change, like day that takes the prior day's low and then closes over the prior day's low. Pretty simple, something like this, right? So we have some pretty good indicators of what was going to happen. We were trading in here, so now we have this reference point right here. See how good it stands, the 343. Now, where do we go from here? What I'm doing is, like, I'm trying to show you guys that if we were into a sell setup, right? We have a lower high right here. We have a new low. The requirement was for us to make a significant new low, and we did make a significant new low. Call it right here. So we got 1, 2. So we have 1 right here. This might be it, but I like to call this number 1. So what I'm looking for is, like, what's going to happen right here. And that's why today was so important. So today, actually, this is something that we have to do pretty much. I can do it like something like today is going to be this type of day, right? Now, where do we go from here? Based on technical analysis, that's all I know, right? We got to look to the left and we're going to see that there's a lot of volume right here. See the volume right here? So once we go over 368, which is pretty much what we're doing, right? After the market, we can use the 200 MA, which is 365, 368. So basically call it 370. Once we go over 370, we should touch the 50 MA and the daily point of control, right? So write it down because we're going to have probably a momentum trade on the Qs over the 200 MA for 50 MA and daily point of control with numbers. That's going to be like 368, 370 for best target 380, right? Now, what I do at that time too is I like to keep track because sometimes we just count in the money and we totally forgot and we're like, oh, tomorrow is another day and it's going to continue going higher. And you just realize that the stock has been going up for 5 days, 6 days, or the market is going to be going up for 4, 5, 6 days. So it's kind of extended, right? So it becomes like a magnet for short short sellers to actually take a gamble or take a position, right? Because the risk reward is so good. Like in here, I saw one of the good traders in, like, he was interviewed and everything, and he said at 334, at 335, all you have to do is put like a 1% stop, and your risk to reward is like 9 to 1. If we bounce up here, I'm gonna make 10 to 1. So any trader should be taking that trade, right? It's like, oh, why are you trying to pick a bottom? Well, because you're only risking 1 hour and you probably making 5, 10. You have to take that trade. It's not a symmetrical trade. So those are the type of trades that you're gonna start stumbling into. So now when we get here into the 375, 376, some people will say like, you know what? I can put my stop at 380, which is a 1% stop, and let's review what's going to happen, what could happen, right? Scenarios. That's all we can do, right? So let me see if I have do we have a drawing thing right here, like a freehand? No, we don't, right? Anyways, let's try and do it.
You should be able to.
With this one? No, this is like a line.
Via Zoom?
No, oh, with Zoom. I totally forgot that we have it. I'm sorry, guys. I knew with Zoom, so I'm still learning how to manage this Zoom thing. Yeah, it's like nothing, right? So this is what we have. We have here, right? Lower high. We come down. So this is our lower low, and this is our significant lower low. So this is pretty cool. Now, what I'm looking is like, what do we go here? So there's 2 options. I mean, actually, there's 3 options, right? Where do we go? We can do this momentum trade, or we can just go in here and start failing, right? Meaning we get into another different sell setup, right? Because once we do here, let me change my color right here. Once we get into this zone, then you're gonna have 1 and 2, and then your trade is gonna be a short. What will be your target? We're gonna have to measure the retracement that we have from the move down, and probably we're gonna have to test the lows. That's target 1. Now the big question is, where do we enter, right? Because there's nothing. If I don't tell you how to enter or what's gonna happen, then what is this good? So the first one that we're gonna be looking is the 360. Now you know why I was looking at the 360. So we're gonna have to put something like an alert, and on the 360, we should start seeing, and then let me just double check something here, because this is important, guys. So let's see where will that put us, right? So let's pretend that this is the last move that we have. So we're retracing like 50%, right? So from here to here, we're gonna be doing 340, 330, right? For targets. Got that one? Pretty sure you did. So that's option number 1. Now, what's gonna happen if, let's say, we have the sell setup that we're gonna be watching, right? So momentum is easy, right? All we're gonna have to do is like 1 or 2 days. But the problem is that that's gonna end in 1 or 2 days. I don't think we're gonna be talking here 15 days from now, and we're gonna be out here with 15 days is going higher. I mean, if it happens, then we don't have to do nothing. All you have to do is buy over the prior day high, buy over the prior day high, buy over the prior day high, and pretty much everybody can do that, right? So that's not discussion. That's not the discussion I want to have. What I want to have is once or if we start getting into down under 360, that's going to be my call for a short, where target ideally will be 340, but it could be anywhere in the 350. Now, what's going to happen is we're doing this, right? This is the low. This is the 334. This is the 334, right? We're here. Now we hit this space and we start selling. The next one is if we fail to make a low, you guys know how I trade this, because I post it every day, every time I see it, right? This is a divergence, or this is like we call like a W pattern, something like that. So this could be an aggressive way to get long again. So probably if we have a pullback into the 350 and we fail, that's going to be my long again, right? And then, of course, this one can take us all the way to 380, meaning we will do something like this, come back here, and then we just continue, and that's the break of the trend. I know it's confusing because the problem that we have right now is we're in a daily downtrend. It has not been broken yet. For that to happen, you have to take the high, right? Best case scenario, we're going to be calling about, and I'm going to show you right now what's going to happen, right? But at any time, the shorts are going to appear. The bears can appear at any time. It could be tomorrow. It could be tomorrow at 10 reversal time. So basically, we got pop. We go into 376. And then you go for lunch. When you come back, you see it at 370. And then you have a big red bar. What do? Well, what's that? That's going to be a short setup. And we take the 370, 365, 360, all the way for 350, probably for another 20 points. So we got to be very careful what's going to happen, right? We're not bullish right here. Now, I like to go and do my multiple time frame analysis, right? That's where we thrive. That's where we have the edge. That's where we get into the good positions. Check these out. This is the weekly. Look at the volume. So we got a pretty solid candle right there, right at the bottom of the range. We went a little lower than what we had, but now we're regaining. So we have this reference level, which is the 357, and we come into the same conclusion, 379. Now, are we going to think that we're going to go 345 to 400? Again, anything can happen. Right? What are the odds? The odds are like the people that bought right here, 336. By the time we hit 380, you just heard me guys talking about it. They're going to be up like 25% in the market. So that's going to be huge. I'll be taking profits if I were them. You were trading billions or millions of dollars at 25% in 2-3 weeks. Forget it. You got to take some profits. You protect. I mean, guys, we protect 10 cents. So how is it that you're not going to protect billions of dollars, right? So that's a problem that we're going to have, like, okay, some people are going to take some profits off, and then we're still going into a Fed that is going to probably start raising rates, and we don't know how inflation is going to come. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. So I'm bullish per chart, meaning as long as the chart opens up tomorrow and starts showing me higher, I don't have a problem. The problem is when I start seeing 375, and I'm going to get stopped out a lot. Like today, right? Today, you see the tail? That means we were down today. We have a big move down, but then they recoup it. Okay, fine. You take your stop. Whenever it's technically sound, that's where you got to take it. So this is what we're doing. So we have momentum trade to the upside to test 50 MA and the daily point of control. Once we start losing 365, 360, we short into 350 and 340. But then we got to realize we're in a downtrend, and we probably going to see some buyers again at 350, and we evaluate at the time, right? Same in here. Once you get 377, 380, we can short versus 380, and then we have the pullback that we should expect to test probably the 200 MA. I know it's complicated, but that's what it is, guys. This is not easy. That's what I say. This is not an easy trading environment. Okay, so let's do some Apple and let's see if some of the individual names are looking any better. And then you come into Apple, and Apple is over the 200 MA, over the 50 MA, over the 20 MA, meaning it's basically back into the uptrend. You can see it right here. So we talk about this one, and it was fully explained to you guys. You can go and watch our last hangout where we specifically said where and when we were going to get long this one. So we were waiting for the pullback right in here into the 355, 354, and that was our buy point. So Apple was the one that actually was holding the market according to our theory. We say once we lose 168, we're going to come into 154, 156. That's where you get long Apple. So I hope you guys are long Apple, because this is beautiful. This is exactly what's going on. Now, difference with the Qs is that we have a plain, simple, big move up. This is a good one, right? We went up like 1 or 3, 4 days with extensions. So I'm not expecting this one to put like big move, like a big move today. This is great. We have a post day, and this is a 1, 2, 3 right setup that we can do tomorrow. So Apple over 175, that's going to be a 1, 2, 3 on a daily, 175, right? And we're just doing, this is like, although today was not a high now, that's exactly what we want. The prior day is the one that is setting it up, and the day before is the one setting it up. So that's exactly the pattern that I'm doing. When you come in here, you can call it also a weekly buy setup. So this is a weekly buy setup that tested the uprising 20 MA, perfect, 20 over the 50. So this is a weekly buy setup. Take a screenshot of this one, because this is perfect. This is textbook weekly buy setup. So you buy right here, target one is 184. So it goes for $1 trillion again, right? And we don't have problem with earnings and everything. So it's 184, 200. So we back into the same targets that we have for Apple, and you know how it goes, right? So it's always like trying to get a good entry, 150, trade it for 180, drop it at 180, 200, that's it. So pretty simple trade with Apple. So let's do Amazon, which is the other ones that we like. So let me put my thing right here. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So we have 6 already, but we clear what we want to do. So this is a thing with Amazon. We have earnings, so I'm not going to make a comment on earnings. This is pretty much a pullback. Look, this could be an extension again, overshoot due to the market conditions, 28.78. So 33,000, this is where the big volume is, 28.95. So 29, if you wanted to play the earnings, you should have been long already versus this area of support right here versus this area of support, but I'm not playing this one. So I'm just going to wait and see where it takes us. So pretty clear what we have, 3,323 and 3,000. So that one, I'm going to put it as earnings, no call, Amazon, earnings, no call. Microsoft, that's out. So we have the earnings already with that one. Let's see, how is that one looking? Let me see, Microsoft. So for Microsoft, we have, whatever, nonsensical move on the day of the earnings. Was that the day earnings? I think it was the day in earnings. So we come back, very strong bullish uptrend. You have the weekly, the monthly right here. If you go look at the weekly, this is where we are. So we tested this pivot right here. We held a 50 MA, still in an uptrend. This one is sort of a daily, weekly buy setup. So I'm waiting for actually a 313. You can see my alert right there, 313, and we traded for 350. So that's Microsoft, 313 for 350. I think we have a call from our last session. I think it's 320. So what I was looking at that time, it's basically a close over the 200 MA, the 20 MA, sorry, the 20 MA, you can see it right here. So that's a 320, and that could be a good one, because basically once we go over the 320, we closing over the 50 MA. You may have like a decent intraday play if we have the volume right here. So we can actually do it tomorrow, right? Like 311 for 316 and 320. Let's call it that one, momentum. But as all momentum, like the way I trade it, I need for it to have confirmation. We did a great exercise with my team yesterday, as far as one of the strategies that we do in our live trading, second day plays, right? And basically what the requirement is that we have a solid day one volume, right? That puts a stock in our radar as a potential second day play. But a good trader, what we need to do is on the day that we're supposed to be looking at that one, the first thing that we need to do is just actually check that it's acting like a second day play, right? So it's basically what I just showed you with Microsoft. Yeah, it could be a momentum. It could, but it needs to act like that. So what I want to see is like tomorrow, if we got pop, Microsoft, higher volume, big one directional move, holding over VWAP, people paying up, and a beautiful 15-minute chart. So that's a good second day play. Assuming that I'm calling it as a second day play. I'm not calling it as a second day play. I'm just calling it as a momentum. But the point, I hope is clear, right? Because it helps a lot. It helps a lot when we have the people saying like, "Oh, this is a second day play," and it's actually trading like a second day play. Okay, so we put in a radar, we watch it, and this is one that we're like everybody's talking about it. We heard the news about Bill Ackman. He took like $3 billion. He was buying here, and this is a typical capitulation move. If you don't see it, come see it right here. I think we talked about these levels when we were trading the day of the gap, when we were coming exactly to the highest accumulation zone over the last 4 years. So you can call it like that was generational buy point for Netflix, if you want to call it like that. Anyways, at least over the 4 or 5 years, people were waiting for this thing to come back to 358 and just load it again. So that's exactly the call, 355. So that day, I'm not the guy trying to short in here to make 3 points in here. That's not my type of trading, right? I'm looking for any reversal. So that gave us the reversal of 1 day. Second day did nothing. Third day did nothing. And then it set up. And I think we were waiting for 387. 387 was the second place where we enter. And now we're off to the races. Now, where do we go from here? So technically, if it's a capitulation trade, my first target is the 20 MA. So declining 20 MA on a daily is putting me at 44. It's not that like I'm just throwing numbers and just trying to make sense out of that. My target is 20 MA on a daily. So I'm looking for 484 in Netflix. Now, what is this? This is just a momentum trade now, right? We don't have a setup right there. We're just riding on people chasing it, and that one being a beautiful chart. If you go and look at what I just talked about, the 15-minute chart, you hardly ever find a most perfect 15-minute chart on that one. This is like perfect. The market dropped a little bit, fine, at 425, which was support. We call it 425 for 440. So you got that 425 for 440, which is beautiful. Nothing happened in between. You just got your 15 points straight out, pretty much 20 points. And then if you behave right, you just hold it, and then you have another entry right here for 45, and then you get another 20 points. So that's a beauty, and that's the way, those are the ones that we want to find like every day if we could. So what do we have for here? We have momentum, target 480, right? 480, 484, that's the 20-day MA, and that will be target number 1. The first sell setup that happens after a capitulation move is not a sell, is a buy. So once we start selling this one, I'm not going to short it. I'm just going to wait and see where these people that forgot to buy right here are going to step up and say, you know what, if it comes to 424, 425, I'm buying it. So probably we're going to have a pullback into 425. We load it again, and then we go for the gap fill, which is going to be 520. And then we go 540. So that's target 2, and I'm giving you my whole game plan for Netflix, right? I'm gonna keep it as a momentum trade into target 1, which is a declining 20 MA. And then after we hit the declining 20 MA, I'm gonna see some selling that is gonna bring me probably to 424. 424, I reload again, and I go for the gap fill at 514. What's gonna happen if the market goes crazy? Well, and we're gonna hit 520 and 540 just trade out. That's why we keep some exposure, because we don't know if the market is going to continue just going higher. Like, that's it. So for Netflix, momentum for 80, 520, 540, right? Once we get to 540, we can talk about it probably. And you can see it right there, 540, 560, $600, on and on and on. Google, we have the news today. We have the earnings. Let's see what's going on. So in case you want to trade it tomorrow, look at that beautiful thing, $3,000. And I heard that it's going to be 20-to-1 split. So there's going to be $150 stock soon, which I totally love because I hate trading expensive stuff. I don't like it. So it's going to be great because we can trade Google. Now, what do we like about this one? Look at the volume in here, 28.59, right? So this is a P formation. Once we go over the high, that's going to have like a lot of power if we go higher, right? Again, let me see where we're opening tomorrow, 29.91. So we come into past our green line right here, 29. Yeah, almost all-time highs. So this is going to be a gap up to all-time highs. Pretty simple. Not much to do right there. Gap up, all-time highs. Trade it like his 2019, 2020. High of the day. Boom. Go. Okay, let's go to the metaverse. Here's Facebook. When's the earnings? Tomorrow? Yeah, earnings tomorrow. So no call right here, but I'm looking at the monthly buy setup that could trigger over 344, right? So let's not be surprised if we go over 344. So Facebook, no call, earnings, 344, watch it, right? Weekly, in control, or is going to be in control. I don't think it's a daily. The daily gave us like another checkout right here. We can call it checkouts or springs, whatever you're going to call it. But I think that the main area that I want to see is like 344, 356. So remember, guys, weekly in control, target 364, 384. I'm sorry, 384. So that's what we want to see on Facebook. No call right there. NVIDIA was another one that we were, I think in our last meeting, I said like I wanted to buy at 220. That's one that really got away from me. I don't know what I was doing that day. I didn't buy it. So anyways, where do we go from here? It's not the same trade as Netflix. We can totally see that one, right? When we come in here, and we've been talking about NVIDIA for a while, we said that was like a perfect uptrend, you know, pullback and new all-time high, pullback right here. This is a weekly, guys. This is similar to what we were looking into Apple. I think this is what we want Apple to do, right? Like come back and finally do something like big move, like 200 to 346. So anyways, this is NVIDIA, and it goes higher. And now it got extended. We all know that. So with the market came down all the way to where? Technical analysis always 231, 220, and 208. So we tested, once we put this, that's our level. We have the 220 right here as a reference to. And what I'm doing is like, this is a, not a perfect buy setup, but it is a weekly buy, right? This is a zone. We know this is a zone. So we're a little late on this one. We should be long 240. If we get a pullback into 240, I'll probably take that one because it's 240, 260, and 280. Pretty simple, right? 240, 260, and 280. So let me see. Actually, we got the entry today. This is the entry today, right? 240, 260, 280. That was it. If you don't see it, come back here. This is where we want the entry. So 240 prior week highs. So I'm going to put an alert in case we see some weakness tomorrow or the day. So 240, 260, 280. NVIDIA. 240, 260, 280. And make a note right there, weekly chart. The reason why I emphasize so much on saying which one is in control is because sometimes you got the numbers, right? If you just have the prices, the numbers, you'll be like already at 260. Oh, because AMD, right? Okay. Same difference. So you're here, 260. So momentum, 280. Okay. Thank you. So the reason is like, so you can like, oh, I don't remember what he said about NVIDIA. But he said weekly chart. I remember NVIDIA is a weekly chart. Let me put the weekly chart. Okay, I exactly see what he's saying, right? Like, okay, I can formulate a plan with that. Roblox, and I think this one is trying to save itself. So we have earnings coming on 2/16. We still got 14 days. Let's see if we have anything. Like, I don't see a lot of volume right here. Nothing to get me excited. Let me put my weekly here because I want to check if we are in a squeeze or something. Now we're not. So no squeeze, still little information to know that we are in a squeeze. So basically what we can do, like if you're so tempted to play this, is you can take probably this one, the 71, coming back into this zone, prior low, right? And then you do sort of a 71 to $80. That could be a good momentum trade. So Momo, Roblox, prior to earnings, what do I say? 70 to 80, $82. And that's a range. Well, that's all I'm doing, right? Just keep it on, because I want to keep a tab on that one. Once we start going over 80, once we start going over 83, that's when I really want to start looking at this one. We did some great trades on this thing. I mean, it paid us last year. We have some massive 100% moves on this one. So I want to keep track of that one. But for now, it's just a small momentum trade for 10%, which is good. That's the minimum that we want to go for it. And 10% is right there, right? So AMD, this one's with the, I know this is the pre-market, the after hours. So the only problem is that it came with this is a weekly buy. You can see it here. I just had it right there. We were looking for a weekly buy. So weekly buy triggered today, exactly at $118. And your target will be, well, 127 will be like minimum, at the bare minimum, right? So it's 127, 136. Those are the targets. And we are at 130. So we can probably go tomorrow for 130, 136, target 136, 140 tomorrow. But this is like AMD is going to be a gap up, right? Into a weekly buy. And we're going to be an extended entry. So we need a secondary entry. I'm just giving you secondary entry, right? With these targets into, remember guys, I'm always talking about big targets. Like you might see some discrepancy from what we put in the wish list, right? In the wish list, in the watch list, right? Because what we're talking about is targets, intraday targets, right? Like if you guys are taking an opening drive move, the targets that are posted in the watch list, those are the ones that you have to aim for, right? In the first half an hour, first move of the day. When I post later on targets, those are based on daily charts because I'm probably thinking on holding the stock till the end of the day or for a couple of days based on how we move. So I know there's discrepancy, but there should not be confusion. You should know that the watch list is mostly momentum scalping targets, right? What I post is usually what I see on the multiple time frame analysis. Every now and then we're going to be at pretty much the same targets, but sometimes when we're breaking out, I just throw it and I say like, yeah, target one is going to be 135, 140, and 150 because I'm doing a weekly buy, right? So that's out of the way. So we got targets for tomorrow in AMD, which is a weekly buy that is going to get triggered by gap. So Qualcomm, I think Qualcomm is coming out too with earnings. When's the earnings in Qualcomm? Tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be tomorrow. So for this one, we've been waiting for that breakout play forever. Has done nothing. This is just a sideways consolidation for 3 months now. So this is where we are. Like tomorrow is a little late, but basically today 130, 174, 187. If you want to do the yeah, we're already at 182. So we're gonna wake up at 182. Probably they're gonna bring it 182, 192. So that could be a trade for tomorrow if this is the only one you have. 182 for 190, but what we really want is a breakout play over 194. So Qualcomm stays on our list as a daily breakout play or long-term breakout play over 194, and it's going to happen on the gap, right? So day after tomorrow, if everything goes as expected, it's going to probably be 200, and then we play it as a gap up to all-time highs, and we know how to do that, right? Not a problem. If you don't, contact me or Kyle, and we can probably teach you how to do that. Now we have PayPal, and I know this one reported earnings, so it's a downtrend, still in a downtrend. So we needed 200 to trigger the weekly buy setup, and I know it got destroyed. So where do we go from here? 146. This is like it trapped a lot of people right here. They closed 179. They were trying to anticipate for, but this is a very, very chart. Right? We're still in a downtrend, and that's why we're so cautious when we're still in a downtrend. We just made new lows. We haven't, by the way, if this is the move, guess where we stopped today? At the 20 MA. So this is what I'm looking for Netflix, 20 MA as a target one. So if you were long from this one, this is your target one. That's it. Okay, I hope you took profits before. So where do we go from here? 145. So we're gonna gap down. Wow. Into 145, which will put us right here, probably 125. We can see it at 125. So 145, 125 for PayPal, and that's just a gap down on bad earnings, I assume. Right? Key points 145, and look for the 125. Okay, 152, of course, is going to be your low of the month, of the year. So anything between 150 to 145, and those are like pretty simple. I mean, they're so simple, like the levels that we can work for tomorrow, I can tell you right now, 152, 145, 125, okay? So that's PayPal. And then let's see how the other ones reacted. So SQ, Square, this is again, guys, this is a downtrending stock, dead cat bounce. This is what we call it, trying to save itself, hit the 20 MA, and I'm going to assume it's down too, right here, 119. So this is a sell setup. Once we go under 119.61, this is a short for 100. So a square under 119 for 100, target one. That's a 20% drop, by the way. So that could be good. A little bit less than 20%, and we watch it. Just this is a sympathy, should be a sympathy play with PayPal. So apparently not too hot, the payment things, right? So here's a firm, look at that one, downtrending back to the 20 MA. And what are we doing now? Nothing. That's a 65. So keep an eye on this one, because this could be bucking the trend, So this one could be a reversal from 70 to 90. So let's check a firm over 70 to 90. Here's the thing, I don't know what PayPal said. So I don't know if this is in sympathy or this is going to actually be like an Intel and AMD, that they like whatever is good for AMD is bad for Intel. So probably keep an eye on this one, because the good thing about this is we have plenty of space right here. So once we go over 70, 69.30, I'm going to put an alert right there. Mish, put the 69.50, put the 70, put the 70.25. Because this one could give us a good move. Let's see in here. This is what we're doing. This is a nasty reversal. But now we have the point of the, I'm sorry, I'll show you the volume profile. So 70 for 90. This could be interesting. That could be a good reversal to watch. Now look at this one, even better. This is my weekly with volume profile. We got 210. We still got a week, so we can probably have a nice move, at least 280. 70 to 80 to 90. Okay, before the earnings, right? Hopefully it's going to move before earnings, and people say like, okay, a firm is better than PayPal, let me buy that one. Clover, I don't think we even trade this one anymore. Yeah, it's $2, forget about it, I gotta take it out. So here's Intel, that I hate trading that one too. So looks like it's testing the low of the range. I hope you can see it at 48 right here, 48. So once we go over 48, 49.50, just trade NVIDIA or AMD. It's more fun. Intel, MU, this one, yeah, this one we could be interesting. So I'm gonna get rid of all these things that we already use them, right? So we are into, this is a perfect monthly buy into the 20 MA. We hit target 1 and now we're consolidating to the, pulling back. Let's call it what it is. So now we're trading 82.50. Let's see if if there's a reason to keep this one or to put some alerts into this one. I think I like the fact that we have a lot of volume right here. So once we start clearing 85, I'll say we go 85 by 100 on MU, and we treat it like a range, guys. 85 by 100, right? So when I say treat it as a range, meaning it means that I don't have clear space, right? It's not like let me see if Apple has clear space. Like this one has pretty much clear space. I don't want to call it a range, right? Because what I'm doing is like, that's a buy setup. So we should be making all-time highs. We should be making all-time highs. The problem is that when we don't make all-time highs, then I know something's wrong with Apple. And that's when I make my call to wait and buy 30 points below, right? So when you're here, you have a lot of resistance on the top. So that's what I call like, this is pretty much a range, right? So probably I'm gonna just be nimble and try to get 85. By the time I'm at 92, I'm like done, right? If you like to trade those, then you can probably short the 98 versus 100 with a tight stop, and then you trade all the way to 85. So that's the difference. And basically those are the two types of trades that I make. I'm always trading ranges, or I'm trading breakouts, right? That's all I do. So MU, let's keep an eye on that one, 85 to 100. That's a range for MU. And then I go to TSM, and I think this one we used to like it. I don't know what's going on these days. I like the monthly chart though, which with just like that. And I think we did that 125 weekly breakout play for 142. We hit it 145. So this one worked first time. Guess where we are? We're back into 123, which is the 50 MA. I want to see it regain this 20 MA, right? So to put all of this buyers behind us, support our position, and let's pretty much, if they continue to accumulate, probably gonna be happy, and they're gonna be upgrades, and they're gonna be calling it, and like the greatest thing to come. But I really want to see it show itself, like some strength before. So 126, again, this is another one that I'll do like pretty much like 126 to 135, like a range, okay? So TSM is 126 to 135. That's 9 points. So that's a decent 9% move. Let's see what else. Oh my God, the Babas and the things like that. This is just crazy how hard this is to trade. So I think we're still with the same idea on this one, right? Like we were trying to buy this one at 3 ATRs and hit 145, never did. They have some news on China and everything. So finally, it appears that this, at least there's a divergence right here on the MACD. So failure to make a new low. So you guys know that now we have a 108, 110 tested once, tested twice, tested 3 times. This is kind of interesting, right? I want to see it once we go over 130. And then I'll probably start thinking on taking a scalp again, 130 to 140. The only reason why I'm keeping this one on my radar is because look at the volume right here. So maybe there's going to come one day when we just have some news on like, remember those days, those couple of days that it gave us like a couple good days, right? Remember this? We have this, and then we have sideways, and then we nail it like for a couple of days. That actually worked. So 130, 140, 145 for Baba. Okay, 130, 140, and 145 for Baba. That's 15% move. Let me check. I think JD worked better last time. Like he gave us like a stronger move. It's more erratic though. Like you see the like horrible candles. So for JD, I think we're here. This is where we are. So I don't want to get involved in this one in the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't want to buy for 76 to 79. Nah, I'd rather wait. I want to see 80, 81, 82, 82 for 92 for JD. And don't try to understand everything that I say as far as when I decide to take on a trade or not, but it's basically like, I know pretty much what I like to do and what I'm better at trading. So when I see a stock like that, I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it may move, but I'm not that good at trading those. So I'd rather stay away. So that's something that you should all do. Like, know which setups you really love. Like, you see, like, oh my God, this is like perfect. I love trading capitulations. I love trading bases. I love trading whatever is it you should. I mean, at this time, you should be very clear onto what are your best ideas. So here's Baidu back into the squeeze. We have a massive squeeze, trigger back into the squeeze. So I like this squeeze. There's a reason why I like it. We are at point of control, coming into a 200 MA with a squeeze on a daily massive volume. Look at here, the whole year, 2020, what was last year? 2021, yeah, 2021. And now we have a base right here. So this could be like, look at this, double, and then it just exploded. So it did it on 2009, 100 to 400. That's what I call a nice trade, right? So we back at the 150, cutting half. So now if we get some traction right here, 165, that's what I say. Like, I don't mind waiting for 165, 168, because it can take us to 180 and 200. So keep an eye on Baidu. Point of control. If this happens, please remind every single one of us, hey guys, Baidu, remember, we had the point of control for a couple of years now, 200 MA. Both of them are right there, 170 for 190, 180. Okay, so Baidu, so 170 for, yeah, 168, 170 for 182. Here's the thing, once we clear 180, 182, I think we hit 200, guys. I think we could hit 200. So 120, I'm sorry, 170, that looks like a 2. 170, 170, 170, 182 for 200, right? Keep it up. 200 MA, 50 MA, I'm sorry, 200 MA at point of control. So Baidu, this is a good candidate. We're gonna play out the type of trade. Let's see Rivian that I've been checking, because I think this, well, this is a recent IPO that we all know the story, right? 100, 180. So what happened? We never bought it. So bad. Now we can buy it at 50% discount or 25% from all-time highs. So 75% discount. So here's the thing, right? Boom, boom, right here. 20 MA, declining 20 MA. Where do we go from here? Let me see the weekly. The weekly is a weekly buy, but I'm sorry. Let me correct that one. It's not a weekly buy because we're in a downtrend. So it's not such a thing as a weekly buy in a downtrend, right? We could be doing a reversal based on weekly entry, right? Weekly trigger, weekly entry. So we could do some momentum here, but the problem is that I want to have it in the 66. So probably 66 will be a good entry. And what is this level? 75. 75 to 90, let's call it. Yeah, Rivian over 75 for 90, target one. I call it not target one because then we're gonna hit 110, right? If that trade develops. So I don't know how it trades. We're gonna have to check out with Kyle how, you know, like who's on a weekly squeeze? This one? No, I don't think so. You may be talking about something else. Anyway, so here's Tesla. Oh my God, this one's like, where was I this day? Right, so we come back, and this is just like, when a stock trades of a weekly chart, means it's basically institutional money that is controlling the stock. So I don't know what they say on the earnings, or it was crap, whatever it is, came down 820. We touch green right here. Didn't put it. It's been there forever. It's probably since the last time we talked. So that's exactly what you should be buying Tesla. 814, 810, 820. You can buy to 825. You can buy 833. You can buy 850. And then you're sitting on 100 points or 15% in a couple of days. That's a type of trades that I love to do. So target 2 is going to be $1,000 for Tesla. This is not a 1, 2, 3. I know the setup looks like still volume, but if we have a good market, that's what it is. So basically what we have is like, we have the monthly chart, the breakout play, we pull back, we stop pretty much everybody out, and now we're back at support. So as long as we stay over 900, which is your stop, right here, based on this new month that we just started. So let's use this one as your stop, 860, 860. But you can use 900 tomorrow, right? Like if we want to do like a momentum trade. So 950 for 1,000 Tesla, right? So over 950 for 1,000. And then we defer to our weekly chart. And this is just a range, right? So actually the target is 1,100, right? And 1,100. So entries. Again, guys, this is what we say. You can be short and I can be long, or we both can be making money. It all depends on how you trade. So this is perfectly clear what the long-term chart is showing us. So this should be testing 1,100. And if we go under 800, then Tesla is a short, under 800 for 600. So put it right there just in case, under 800 for 600, in case the market starts going down again because of the interest rates, or I don't know what happens. So that's Tesla. Lucid. So for Lucid, what I like is look at the monthly chart. Lots of volume right here. So we have whatever they did here, whatever they did here. It's a joke. Come back, stop everybody out right here, right? This base, now that's a solid base. Stop everybody out and then we go. So this is amazing. Then we're coming back to the break point. That's a 29, pretty clear. So once we come, this is where we traded. We have fun, and now we waited. So 29. I think somebody posted that he was longing here, like he bought it 2 or 3 days ago. Good call. Sorry guys, I was having some coffee because I'm running out of energy here. So the 200 MA, 3 standard deviations, 200 MA, lots of volume, monthly chart, probably, arguably, you can say hasn't triggered, because the trigger will be like 39, but I don't want to wait to 31, 39 to get long this thing. Why? Because risk reward, similar to what we talk about the market, right? So I can probably try this one with a stop at 28.90. So $1 stop from 30, and I'd write it for $8. So it's an 8-1 asymmetric return with a 200 MA volume. So this is a good call. I think this one we should keep it. Let me see when we are. No, I don't think we have earnings soon. I don't see it here. Calendar, anybody see it? Fast right here. Earnings 3:30. We got a month. So momentum, let's call it momentum. Let's call this one as a momentum trade. Lucid over 31 for 35 and 38. I'm gonna put a yellow right there because that may trigger tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna be the news from GM or Ford, or I don't know, or something about Tesla. Could probably help it. We're not in no, we're not in a squeeze. We're not in a squeeze. Here's the other way to see it. Not as clear, but here you can see that the entry was 24, absolutely beautiful. And here's the target, 39. Once we go over 30, you know, we go 60, right? So Let's try and see if we get it this time. But last time I think we sold it like in the 50s. We never made it to 60, which was our target. So that's Lucid XPV, which is the other Chinese thing. Look at the chart. Like we are in the middle, and this is like, yeah, this is why I said this one. I don't want to trade it, but it's basically in a range 36 to 50, which is a pretty good range if you can nail it. But the problem is that I don't know where the sellers are going to show up, probably at 37. So this is one of those that I'll be like, if this is my plan for XPV, I'm going to tell you how it looks, right? So long over 37.50, target 138, target 239, target 3, 40, 40, 31, target 2, 41, target 3, 42.50, target 4, 43, 34. So it's boring. I can keep out like that, right? So I'd rather do the other one. That's how I decide which one to trade. FSR, it's absolutely a reversal trade if you want to do it. So you know how to trade this one. I don't see capitulation, right? I think it's a downtrend, so I don't want to put it. No call on FSR, but so this one, I think we started posting this one in the 1920s. I think it was like a couple weeks ago. That's why you have to be in the tank. And yeah, that's the place. I mean, they've been accumulating this thing for between $18.50 and $20 for since November, right? So all of this volume, right? Check this out. This volume right here. This is the volume 20, 21. So you can be part of the accumulation. The problem is that we have earnings on Thursday, but I don't mind. Like, I'm very long Facebook. I'm very long for it again, guys. And I don't give, like, if I see anything weird coming into earnings, I'll probably lighten up my position and wait for the earnings. But what I think, at least from this chart, all I can see is like, I still got the support of these guys that bought with me. So I'm not buying alone. I might be wrong, but there's going to be a lot of us wrong with a small stop, which I love. So we got 19 something. I think I called it yesterday 19. We touched 20 again. We touched 20 again today. So 20, your momentum entry could be for tomorrow would be like 21, 21.50 is the one that I really want, which is right here, 21.70. And then target 1 is 24, and target 2 is 26, and target 3 is 28. So Ford versus 20 accumulation. Earnings on Thursday, call it, right? You can see 22.40 tomorrow, 20 MA. 25, 26, 25, 26 for the earnings. And then the day of the earnings, if everything goes right, we go $29. So we're thinking probably a 50% move from here. I like my odds. So that's just my thinking. If you want to play it intraday, all you have to do is 20.75 tomorrow, 21.50, target 122.40, target 224, right? If because maybe they just run it before earnings report, so we got to be on top of that one. So that's one that we want to check. NEO, oh my gosh, so many car makers. So NEO, I'm tired. I don't want to do more car makers. So NEO, at least I want to see a weekly formation. So I want to see at least at $30. Now, again, can you do a reversal? Of course, you can do a reversal because the market is reversing. So any reversal might work, and you can grab 6 points over there. But if you want to do this one, most likely, we're gonna hear some news. So NEO, we need a catalyst for that reversal. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. And then GM finally. Let's see the GM. I don't have GM right there, but let's put it right there. Is this? Yeah, this is the one with the earnings today. So where are we? 55. Yeah, this is the type of stock that I don't like to trade on earnings. Yeah, we just did NEO. So 54 back into chop. There's volume everywhere. Do you see a difference between this one and Ford? Like Ford, we know exactly where everybody's sitting at, like sitting ducks, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. But this one is like everybody. So for me, target will be like 56, 57, 58, 30, 60, 62. And I can only keep like a couple numbers in my head. So QS, QuantumScape. another reversal. So my commentary on reversals is the same, right? Get a good entry. If the market is running or you have a catalyst, go for it. Target 1, declining 20 MA. Target 2, declining 50 MA. Target 3, point of control. Pretty simple. Share it with us if you see it. So let's check those. These are the ones that were like crushed, like talking about dropping from 140 to $70. So I think it's time for us to change the call on this one. We nailed the shorts, at least on the calls. I don't know how many people actually shorted this one, these ideas, but yeah, they were there, explained to you. So at this point in time, we hit bases. Look at the monthly chart. So this is the base from 2020. Look at the base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. We come up to 220. So this is a $300% move on this stock, right? This is a mover. This is what I call a mover. This one makes your year if you're a hedge fund, 300%. Comes back to 80. Tested the base. This can be done on a 5-minute chart, on a 1-minute chart, on a 30-second chart, on a tick chart, whatever. When it happens on a monthly chart, I pay attention. When it happens on a weekly chart, I pay attention, right? So we happen to be right here at 80. And that's where you start picking it up and hope for a bounce, right? This could be like a technical bounce. So that's what we have. Look at the volume confirmation we have today. Look at the volume compared to the other ones, right? So this is something that is telling me like today, look at this. It's like big buyers right here, big buyers. So I got green, yes, red, but that was the selling, right? This is the selling. This is change from selling into, okay, we're buying at support from a longer term. So this could be actually pretty good, like 105 for 121 net. Oh, this one's like, careful with the options. Oh my God, this one should be trading stocks for this one. Okay, anyways, net. So let's forget about net. I don't think this one works well. So let's see Upstart. Volume, green volume. Yeah, could be a reversal. So this is just a reversal, 118 for 150, simple. Upstart, DDOG, which is another one battered. Weekly, we hit 116, we hit 137 now, which is point of control. Do I see a trade right there? Let's see the weekly, pretty fast. Could be, I'm gonna pass on this one. DDOG, I think we need the best. We need the best looking charts, guys. So the Z-scaler, I don't see the volume increasing. You see, guys, difference with net. I don't see a volume increasing. So yeah, it bounced. The market is up. So blah. Could be just the market. Actually, 275 could be a place to actually take a look at that one. So I want to see what's going on at 275 for Z-scaler. Because once we start going 280, I'll probably be interested there. Like 280 for 300, I'll take it. Like 274 for 260, I'll take it. Like either side, right? So I'm going to put CS alert at point of control, sitting at 275 for a trade, no call. I just want to see how we go there. CrowdStrike. Failed to check. Yeah. CRWD. I like the weekly, and I think that's what we have the call. So we need like 210 for 270. Pretty good. I think it's good. So I got an alert at 209, 198. That's basically, this is what I'm doing, guys. Once we clear this up, like I wanted to show me that is a real deal, right? And this one can run, so it's not like we need to be trying to 180 to 186. I want the trade. I want the 200, 240, 260. That's the trade I want. So that's CrowdStrike. Team, I think Team was in the list today because of the earnings. So earnings is here. Yeah, earnings is here. So we put solid green. There was some greening here, so there was some buying, They tested almost to the T right here to the base. You see 268. So that was good. That I like. So this one is actually looking good, guys. This is good, guys. This is 340, 380. And of course, you can do momentum trading over today's high, 325, 340, but the real trade is 340 to 380, right? So team 340, 380, Momo over 330 for 340. So let me just double check something here, because this looks like, okay, this is day one. So we got like 3 days that we haven't been able to break the 200 MA. But and look at the problem right here. So this is technically a second day play, but the volume was not existent, so it's not going to go. Today, technically a 1, 2, 3. There's no volume, so it's not going to go. But if tomorrow we can get some decent volume, so we're talking, yeah, 328, 329. We need that one. I'm not sure, but I know Kyle had this one on the watch list, so this could be one. This could be one that, yeah. And this is like good exercise into what you're gonna probably see on the watch list, right? It's gonna be 328, target 1, 341, target 2, 348, right? And then once I say like a 345, I'm gonna say I'll probably hold 360 and 380, right? Because once we close over the 50 MA, I may leave some runners in case we have a 4th day, and then the next day we hit 365. So that's, so you understand basically how some of the calls work. So intraday, and the other one is like a little bit more of a day trade, if you want to put it like that. So we got team, we got Snow. So what's up with Snow? Nah, I don't want to get involved in that one. Once we get over 305, 320, probably have an alert for that one. Now, service now, monthly buy setting. It didn't. Look at that tail. Terrible trade tail. So ideally, it should have been like significant new high, pullback, hold right here, but this is a checkout. This is hard. So where are we from here? Yeah, you can always take 600 to 648, which is at 8% on a $600 stock. I don't want to mess with that one, but yeah, I won't be too crazy about it. But yeah, you can absolutely trade it from 590 to 624, capture 20 points, which is 4% on 626. That's not a big trade. So not going to waste time on that one. Fastly, I think is, wow, we used to trade this thing. Fastly. Palantir was something that I posted today. There was some news, supposedly good news, and it didn't do jack, but you see my alert right there. Because here's where I'm looking on Palantir. Bear with me a couple seconds, right? I know there was some news, so we have above average volume right here, 152, right? So it sold off, tested prior day low, prior day high at 1370. That was a good entry. So here we are, 1450, right? Look at the volume here. So there's a lot of volume. I don't know if it's from here. Well, it's got to be from here, right? Because then we have volume, but at 1134. So it's way down. So this is not this volume. This is this volume, right? So once we go over where we are, actually 1430, I don't have anything till 1642. So my thinking is if we see anything tomorrow, we can probably hit 15 like nothing. 14 to 15, that's a point. It's like a 7% move. And then we get lucky, we could probably hit 16, 17, 40. No, I don't want you guys getting too crazy on this one because I know they're cheap. You know, the options are very cheap and everything. So make sure you size up, you position yourself, you understand the trade. This is a reversal that we're doing. This is not a break. This is a clear downtrend. If you don't see a downtrend here, go and check how do you define your downtrends, right? For me, is 200 under the 20 under the 200, under the 50, under the 5, under 200, right? Are we extended? Yes, we are extended. We can see it. Look where the 200 is, $22. So we can double. This thing can double for all I care. All I want is 17. Give me 50. 17. We're talking 3 points. That's a 20% move on Palantir. So that's why I have Palantir on watch as a reversal. So I don't do a lot of reversals. You know that, guys. But every now and then I have to put them. So reversal Palantir, 1435, I think it is, for 15, 15 for 17. And 17 is the declining 50 MA, and it's a reversal. So don't overstay, right? We hit it, take profits, be good with it. Okay, Palantir. Oh, slow movers. Why you want to do slow movers, man? Yeah, credit cards. Look at that volume, 82%. Can you trade it? Yeah. Well, you know how to trade those, Hassan, like 180. You got long. Make sure when you're doing this type of trades that you enter exactly at the proper time, right? So this is like 180. You don't chase this one. You don't buy it at 183. You don't buy, yeah, you know, I think it was like, yeah, MasterCard. Check that, nothing wrong with it. The monthly, look at the monthly. This one has above average volume. It's been doing above average volume, but this is, I mean, yeah, target's 405, so it's 10 points, 3%. Visa, it's just, I mean, like this one, you can probably trade it off the monthly chart, but on a daily chart, look at this. I mean, what do you call this bar? Right? Like this is hammer. This is like nothing. This is like bearish. And then this is like a red bar coming from a red bar. And then next day just got popped, leave a tail, and then another tail, like a 1, 2, 3, but it doesn't set up correctly. So then you take the trade right here and you hit it. And then I don't know. I just don't like how it trades. Coca-Cola. So KO over 61.45, breakout play, pretty simple. Where are you going to take it? $70, 10% move, probably. DWAC. Let's see oils, guys. I'm going to do DWAC. Those guys, those Venezuelan guys, they must be loaded, man. They work right here by my house. They dump that thing to everybody at 175. That's a pump and dump. Can't believe that. 20 to 180. So I don't know. Technically, you can buy here. Like today was a great day to buy it. Look at the pattern. 83.25. Yes. So 83.25 or 100 tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, 83,400. And then, but this is like going back into the, you know, analyzing GME or AMC. I'm like, yeah, I mean, we can do it. EA reported earnings today, and I think that this is a point for a short. So you're gonna have to tell me how you trade the gaps, right? Plain and simple. Because I assuming that you're thinking short because of the gap. Because when I come in here to the daily, I don't see anything. I mean, this is just dead money. Dead money. 124 to 144. Yeah, that's like what? Like, yeah, if you get at 124, you set up 140, that's you make 20 points. So that's a 20% big return for the year. But that's not the type of trade. So short. If you break 113, you probably see 104. 10%. I don't know, man. Honestly, it's not my type of trade. Yeah, so let's do oils, guys. Let's do oils. Oil is supposed to be fun. Not for me. Oopa. You see, my computer doesn't even like to trade oil. Okay, so CVX, which is Chevron Texaco. Chevron Texaco. No. Okay, Texas Petroleum Company, 137. So, I don't know, 137. XOM. This one was a big miss for me today, right? The reason why, because I didn't watch the daily chart, guys. If I see this daily chart, this is a daily breakout play, plain and simple. Earnings, daily breakout play. They didn't gap it up. It was just the perfect gap right at the perfect place. And look at the target, guys. Hit the target perfectly. $80, 80.56 is target. That's it. So you write it 75 to 80. Now you have a lot of supply right here, or people trap or whatever. So where is that gonna go? Well, we play it as a second day play. You know the requisites for that one. It should be breaking 81.51. Ideally, it should be breaking $82 tomorrow. So over 82 on higher than average volume. And we can write it for 89. So that's another 10%. I like it. So XOM might be a trade for me tomorrow over $82, second day play for 89, 7 points, almost 10%. Yes, I like it because, again, it's a second day play coming off a base. So I like that one with a catalyst. So I like that one. It's not just garden variety mover. I don't know what else we have. What are the oils? I used to trade. Oh my God, Apache. Yeah, I don't have my old guy here. You know, he disappeared. Ed, he used to put me on all of this. So we used to trade Apache and MRO. So Apache, it's another one that it's setting up pretty nice. 34, 35. That goes for 40. 35 for 40 Apache. MRO, look at that one, beautiful. The daily setting up, see the weekly. But again, these ones, I don't like trading intraday. I just like to, like 20, target 22, 24, try to make 10, 20% on those and buy them like what I just told Hassan, right? Like this one, if I have it on my daily chart, I'll be like absolutely long at 1981 for sure. Right, 1981 I'm long, and I don't even manage that thing. Let's see if you did that this morning. 1981, how it goes. You see how it goes with oil. 1981, you enter right here, sell end of the day if you want. Make a point, 5%. That's it. Minimum management, right? Because you're doing a daily buy setup right here at the 20 MA, at the 80 MA, near all-time highs. So, and tomorrow probably you're gonna hit 2140. So I like MRO too. I'm gonna put it just for fun. It's because Putin, right? Because yeah. Let's see Twitter. Oh, we haven't done social media like in so long because they just destroyed. So Twitter, that's a reversal. Looks like a reversal type of trade. However, we are close to the 32. Which I've seen it at 32. Actually interesting. The monthly chart. You can get 10, 20% on Twitter. Yeah. Twitter is a momentum. All we do, like here's how I'm gonna approach this type of trade. Because look at the weekly. I don't love it till it's over 45. And then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, but 45 is like 7 points from here. So I can do that 20%. I get it. I understand. I get it. But like the easier trade for me will be like 45 to 55. So I still make 10, 20%. Not from here. We're still in a downtrend. We're still under. So you can always trade 38 for 42. Not a problem, right? So Twitter 38 for 42. What I do is I still call it like reversal, and I post like exactly the range, like 38, 42. I'm not too piggish in there unless I have like major news that makes me think that the downtrend is going to be broken, because we're in a downtrend, by the way. We can see here is in a downtrend. So that's the one. I think Snap, I saw some news today. Remember what it was. Oh, it's coming. It's coming with the earnings on 2/3. So that's going to be tomorrow. So we don't need to talk about it. So Snap, do we have a level right here. That's the level. Everything hit the level, guys. Everything hit. Like we were buying it like 2-3 days ago. You can buy pretty much anything. That's what happened yesterday. By the way, guys, everything we bought just went up. What else we have? Carter, yeah. Just give me a ticker that I like to trade, and I will go again. What else we have, guys? Let me see. What are we missing? Stay at home. Oh my God, is that even a trade anymore? So we did Palantir. We did Beyond. I posted Beyond yesterday. I did it yesterday. The long was 61 by 65 back to the point of control, right? So that was one. Today could have been a day to watch it as a second day play, but guess what? No volume. And I saw it on my radar, and it was doing no volume. So I don't want to get involved, especially with Beyond. It's so hard to trade. Options are bad. So save it for when we break 70. I think that could be the one. I think that could be, because we have some, I don't know, someone's going to open a new burger joint, and they're going to probably try Beyond Meat and see if it sticks over there, because everybody's dumping them anyway. So yeah, probably 70. Once we get the 70, 74, 80, that's going to be probably a good trade, right? You guys see what I'm seeing, right? You guys see the whole accumulation right here. They try to, you see, like you're coming down. This is story. The stocks need to tell you a story. If you can't read the story, shouldn't be trading it, right? So we're coming down. This is done. This is over. It's over for these guys. Boom, right here. Bull 180 right here. I don't know what they call it. Bullish engulfing pattern, bull 180. Whatever. This is a reversal pattern on higher than average volume. So I know I have a reference point right here at $58 by 68.98, which, by the way, we didn't trigger today, right? They tried a second day. Somebody got trapped right there. So there's sellers in here. 72, we know there's sellers right there. They already told us. Look at the volume they sold. So then we come sideways, massive accumulation. Look at the point of control. Look at all the volume they're doing here. So accumulated, try to break. Guess what? 50 MA right there, pretty much the same place. So we're in a range, 74.50, right? Sellers say, okay, this is not going to higher. This is going to, the market craps, makes a new low. Market's horrible. This thing, is this a significant new low? No, for me, I don't think so. Right? We went from 58 to 53. I mean, it's 5 points, 10%, but we're coming from where we're coming. So I don't think it's a significant new low per chart. And then we trap him right here. That was the play that I wanted, and that's the play that I did yesterday, right? You see that this one right here, 3 standard deviations, small gap up on some BS news, higher than average volume, you traded that day. Today, nothing happens. Now, what do I want now? I want these guys to get paid with me. So I want to see 70. That's my target. That's my alert, right? We should have it here, 70. But I know this is a really hard one to trade. Make a note. We're in a squeeze beyond 18-day squeeze, daily squeeze. So we got a lot of potential energy over there. What I want to see is I want to see a green bar. I want to see volume right here. Once I go over 70-30, target one will be 74. Now, when I hit 74, I'm going to start telling you guys, yeah, target two is $80, right? So 70, momentums of 74, over 74 or over 75, I go for $80. And then I think 80, 82. Yeah. 80, 82. At 85, we all know what's going to happen, right? So we're going to have, and people are going to say like, oh, we're going to fill the gap. So then we revise it, 85. But if we can get anything from 70 to 85, I think it's good. I think this is a good one, guys. Not a problem, Carter. So that's beyond. I'm asking and face. Is that energy? Okay, energies. Yeah, that's coming with. I like the monthly. I like the monthly. I like the 125. I like the 142. Wow, look at the 125 support right there on the weekly chart, on the monthly chart right here. So we got this tail right here. This then overshoot 125. So we here. If you want to play momentum, go 160, 170, and it could be good. By the way, let's check another one from that universe, plug. Because I think there was news yesterday, or I saw it. 30. Again, a lot, lots and lots and here's the thing again, guys. So you don't have to go back to the beginning of the presentation session. Look what the market is doing. This is a reversal on a downtrend. We're still in a downtrend. At any day, like tomorrow, we gap down 360. We're back into the bearish side for 360 for 340. That's 20 points in the Qs. That's almost 6% move. So we're still there. We're not out of the woods until we probably get 370, 380, pull back, hold, make a higher low, and then we continue. That's when the trend is broken, right? So when I go into plug and into all of those that we've seen, it's like, yeah, I mean, you have a 3-day bounce, but that was a market, you know, like you can draw anywhere, any chart, right? Oh, this one was a great trade yesterday. Yeah, everything was a great trade yesterday. I mean, we moved 3.45% in the NASDAQ, like the best day in, I don't know how many years. Of course, everything was good yesterday. I mean, but just buy whatever and you'll be making money. Okay. So Myrna, same chart. I don't want to spend too much time on that one. We got plenty of better looking ones. Pfizer could be interesting. 56 for 58, but then it's 2 points. CRM, reversal type of trade, 232 to 245. Kind of like this one. Let me see the weekly. Sort of a reversal inside a weekly pattern. So yeah, 233, 245. That could be a trade if you have. But we're gonna have so many ideas tomorrow, guys. We're gonna have so many ideas. Just with the chart, just with the gaps, we're gonna have plenty. We have the Palantir, we have the Lucid, we have a lot of trade. XOM that I'd rather have you guys on the best looking trades, and because you can make money on anything. If you know how to trade, you pretty much can make money on anything that moves, of course. So here's Zoom. This is another one that I hate. And I hate it most because I try to short it like when it was at the 400s, and I think the most I got was like a 20-point drop in one day, and then it's just like nothing. And then next thing you realize is down 300 points from where you shorted. So BS, stay at home, whatever. So where do we go from here? I don't want to do anything, but 184 looks like a bounce play for this one. So another one, 160, 184, reversal play, right? Zoom, reversal play over 160 for 184, and that'll be a scalp, right? Because 184 is going to have a lot of volume right here. The only reason why I'm doing it is just like so extended right here into this area right here, right? 164, and we can use this. This is a reference point. We've been falling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's gotta be like, you know, for those guys that like value, or I don't know if you're running your hedge fund for value. So this could be one of the plays. Zoom, same moving averages. I just use the 20, the 50, and the 200. Pretty simple. Yeah. So Zoom. Joku is another one that 300 cut in half. This one's good. So you see where my alert is, and I'm still waiting for it to trigger. We want 160 for Doku. Okay. Shouldn't be a big deal. I think we were trying to take this one, the 275, because we thought that everything was going to be done online or whatever. Robinhood. So apparently Kathy Wood bought it. 2 days ago at $9. So she's up 40%. I assume she's averaging down. So yeah. So this could be a good momentum trade. This could be a good momentum trade if you're into that one. So 15 for 19 hood. And I'm saying if you're into that, because I haven't checked, I've never traded hood, right? So it was a joke. I still think it's a joke. So I haven't traded. DoorDash. Downtrending, absolute downtrending. Once we get to 123, we got to check. And if it's under 120, we take it 120 for $90. So it's the same BS. Sorry about that. Uber, I know it's like, you know, the same story, like, oh, this is the time. Uber is a buy, Uber, whatever, Uber, whatever. Look at that chart. That's the type of chart you never want to trade. Like, I'm not saying if you buy 34, you can make money, because you can make 10, 20% on that one, but it's just like, it's going nowhere. I don't like Uber, by the way. I don't use it. And I don't like to trade it. Lyft, it's going to come up with some news, and they're probably going to say that it's a path for profitability or whatever it is that they're trying to find. So 45 for 50, but that's another one that I don't trade. Let's, what else? What else we missing, guys? The Roku's, the yeah, look at that. Roku's over, right? Like intelligent TVs, and who buys Roku?
Check Dropbox, DBX.
DVX. They're gonna be killed by Microsoft. Why do I have so many lines on this one? Hangout over 25 monthly month profile. Oh, we're right there. And this is like from a couple years ago, I bet, because I haven't seen Dropbox in a while. Actually, this looks good. This looks good. Look at that. Let me just, please give me 1 second, because I gotta remove all of these things. They're not letting us see clearly. And if you don't have clear charts, there's no way we can trade like we should. Okay, I see what you're seeing. Dropbox, this is amazing. Look at the monthly, massive move up, pull back. Here's support right there, and we're just sitting right there, 25.45. This could be a trade for tomorrow. I like it. I like it. Massive squeeze, 33. DVX, 33 days squeeze over 25.50. I don't even want to pay attention to this. I'll say 25.80. Yeah, I have to call it 25.80. 26.30. 28. I think it was going to be bigger. Yeah, 25.50, 26.30, $28. Yeah, can give us 10%. I wish it was like, let me see the weekly. Let's see the weekly. Probably the weekly is telling us a different story. But the problem with the weekly is it's not showing me the volume, right? So what I really want to see is, since, yeah, that's the 26.30, that's target one. And then probably $28. Yeah. So let's do 25.50, 26.30, which is like almost a point, and then $28 for target 1 and 2. We go over that, we go for 30. So target 3 is $30. But I like the setup. I like the setup. I like the monthly setup. I don't know how much it's gonna give us, but yeah, that's about right. And I think we're good, guys. Like Riot, Mara, LVS. I'm waiting for 45. Yeah, 45, 46. That little thing right here past earnings, I thought it was going to go 45, 45.50. And target one is 49, 48.80. So it could be good for 10%. Basically, what we're doing is we have this gap up. I don't know if it was Macau news or online gambling, whatever. So we know the story about the gambling. So what we're dealing is this 45.52 right here, the high. We haven't been able, we've been like trying to, but this can absolutely see 48.50 as a reference point, but I think the target is like 50 and 54, right? Once we start like the real move, let's check the weekly chart and let's see how we're standing right here. So yeah, so this is like a one, and this is a base. So target, I mean, entry is 45.50. Okay, based on the weekly chart, this thing is gonna be 45, 50, and 55 bucks. So LVS 45.50, which is the entry, $50 and $55. That'll give us 10 points. Yeah, it's a 20% move that we can have. I like it. I like it. Has to be on a day that has because not even, I mean, check this out, guys. Not even on a day that has higher arbol, like the move is just ATR is 1.9. So you cannot chase that thing. Okay. Ooh, wow, Dutch, Uber, Pins, Twitter, Snap, Roku, Disney. So this is probably the same catastrophe that happens to Netflix, right? So yeah, you can do Disney or you can do Netflix. Target is like 148. We did the Roku, we did Disney Fubo. I don't even do Fubo anymore. Fubo, no, 11 bucks. Some of the meme stocks, Triple BY. Interesting. I mean, there's volume right there. I'll give you that. Like there's volume. You can see the green things. So it's getting active. 12. So these guys are up like 50%. These guys right here. So they have like 50%. So can we join them? Already pretty much close the gap, which is just a reference point. So this has to be like momentum trading, absolute momentum trading. I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use anything. It's just like 18 for 20 for 22. Okay. Triple BY. So entry will be 18.25. So we don't get trapped. And then target one is 20.25, which is 2 points. And then we go 22.50, which is 4 points. So that could be good. Then that's a triple BY, and this is like the meme part of the web meeting. AMC downtrending, right? Continues the downtrend. This is how it works, right? This is what I was trying to show you. Like boom, right here comes reversal, boom. Oh yeah, it's gonna come to new all-time highs. No, this is a sell setup. You're still in a downtrend. You have all the moving average on top of you. You wait for the sell signal. You get the red, and then you write it down for 29 to 13, which is like a 50% drop, right? But at this point, what makes this so difficult is at this point, when you bought right here, you're immediately thinking, oh, we're gonna go all-time highs. And then you forget that there's a lot of volume right here, distribution, you have the moving averages against you. So you have to be with the trend. I'm a trend trader, by the way, in case you're asking, right? Do they break? Yes, they do. But I like to see them confirming my thing. So I don't want to get in front of a downtrend or in front of an uptrend. Like hardly ever you find me shorting like the new all-time highs. Oh, let me short all-time highs because you just make a 1 minute double top formation. I'd rather say like, you know what, I'm gonna go read because I'm going again. So let's do retail. Do we have time, Kyle?
We got a few minutes, yeah.
Okay, let's do some retail. I don't know. Let's do a quick roundup on Costco's and things like that. 520, 540, Walmart, Target. What is it? TJ Maxx. We're gonna do commodities. TJ Maxx, 72. Do the other casinos. Win, MGM. $46. DraftKings. Oh my God. This is horrible. 28, that's where we have our first possible entry. 28.16 stays right there. So we probably be 28 for 35, but we gotta wait. Pan National, which is the other one, is coming up with earnings. So this could be it. So we probably to be, yeah, I like the monthly on this one. I like the monthly on Pan, guys. 52.89. So that's 10% from here. So probably that's going to be on earnings, which is going to be tomorrow, 2 days from now. Penn National, watch it over 52.20 for, wow. Wow, I see like 70. Let me see if I'm missing something. Okay, 52.24. Let's close the gap. 56, which I don't, yeah, 56 and 50 and 60. So Penn National, keep in mind the earnings. So what I'm betting is like probably we're gonna go sideways a little bit, and then on the day of the earnings, we're gonna gap over 52, probably at 55, and then we take it 56, 60, and 68. Okay, so over, once we go over 52.20, 56, 68. Wow. Earnings. This could be an earnings play. Okay, just keep that one, because yeah, this chart, I like it. I like this chart. Look at we're coming all the way to major accumulation right here, which I've seen it at 37, of course, but we didn't. So now what we can do is we play this monthly chart, and let's put a note right there for month, right? So Penn National is a monthly chart. We're gonna wait for the earnings to come out. We take a 52, 55, 60, 68. If we get really lucky, we go for 80. So that's Penn National. And I'm just going through, oh, let's do. Yeah, I know we're over time, guys. We're way over time. Anyways, it's gonna be recorded. So whoever left earlier because they were hungry, I get it. So 220, same, 220 for 225 and 240 for BA. And we're gonna call it, guys, because it's 722 and we just realized. So thank you for pretty much, thank you for coming, and let's trade it tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a good day. Okay, see you guys tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Mario. See you in the morning.
Bye.